Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Phil's Picks, week of October 22nd. Alright, let's start with TV. New show on CW, which is probably the worst channel on TV, or at least one of them, is Arrow, which is kind of taking place of Smallville having a DC show on the channel, which is cool because Smallville was awesome, even though there was a lot of just okay episodes, but overall that show was fantastic. And I'm not a big Superman fan, but that really humanized him and grounded him, and it was a good show. So, anyways, Archer. There's only been 2 episodes so far, and they've both been fast moving, good action. The backstory of Ollie is pretty decent with the whole crashing and his father telling him who to take down in the city. It's really not that bad. The acting is kind of weak. A lot of actors are just there to be good looking because that's what seems what that channel's about. But it's okay that the main character's fine, and then some of the supporting characters okay, but some of them are just atrocious. Another fault is that the villains right now are just regular like businessmen, like no threat at all. But I think that's gonna change because I know Deathstroke. They showed a mask of him. I know he's coming in the show at some point, and there's potential for other heroes and villains to come in like Black Canary and stuff. So that's pretty exciting. I don't really know much about him, so it'll be good to see him on TV and maybe get more people into him. And it's already been picked up for a full season, 24 episodes, which is pretty fantastic. I think I hope they develop a deeper storyline, bigger baddies, and I think it can go far. And it's just good to see one of those shows because it kind of reminds me of Smallville, even though Green Arrow was in Smallville, but this is not the same character at all. This guy is it's just not the same. All right, let's move on to movies. Last night I rewatched Men in Black 3, which I saw in theaters, and I really like this movie. It's the reviews weren't fantastic for it, but don't look at reviews. You should see it because if you're a fan of Men in Black, then I think you'll like this one more than the second one because that one was kind of bad. But the first one is magical. You can watch that over and like one, which you can watch over and over again, and like it still has that magic when you come back and just see it randomly on TV or something. You're like, oh, I love this movie. It's not quite like that, especially seeing it the second time, but it's still an enjoyable movie. But anyways, the basic plot is there's this like super alien troglodyte or something. I think that's what he is. Played by a guy in Flight of Conchords who actually plays a pretty scary bad guy in this, and it's really brutal in the beginning how he kills the prisoners, escape this moon base, and he was Agent K's like one of his first big aliens he put away. So he breaks out and then steals a time machine device and goes back time to kill K in the past with his other self because he lost the arm during the fight. So, Agent J has, so he succeeds. So Agent J has to go back in time and change the future back to what it was supposed to be or it's going to be. But whatever. I'm sure if you looked into it, the time travel is horrible and it unravels itself, and there's so many big open gaps. But don't look at it that way because it's just a fun movie, and that's how you're supposed to enjoy it. But anyways, positives and negatives movies. The effects were pretty good. I thought most of them were pretty excellent. The aliens looked great and everything. But one of the downsides is there's no like classic aliens in this one. Like before the other ones, there was like noticeable guys that were like hilarious and stuff. I mean, there was some sushi fishmen people, but other than that, they're mostly forgettable. And they took out the dog for some reason. They kept referring to him. I don't know why they couldn't just bring him back. And then the aliens from the coffee room, they're only in it for one scene, so that was kind of missing. But other than that, the plot moves really fast, so you're never bored, and there's some pretty funny parts in it. So, and the third character, the relatable alien, can see all these different futures and like all the futures that could have happened possible. And he was really close to being annoying, but he never got that way. So it was good. And the ending was it was pretty powerful. It was pretty meaningful. Little tearjerker, but it was good. It was a good movie. I think you should enjoy it. You should go see it if you're looking at reviews and wondering if you should see it or not. I think you should, especially if you liked any of the other ones. So, yep. All right, and finally, let's get the comics. My pick is Batman number 13. I know it's a couple weeks late, but whatever. I just got to reading it, so whatever. Let's get to it. So it's written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Greg Capullo, and it is so good. Scott Snyder is he's got some dark things in his mind because this is a twisted issue. This is the return of the Joker. You know, he's been gone for at least a year in the comics. Well, he was there in the beginning of Detective Comics, I think. He got his face chopped off by Dollmaker, so I was like, what's up with that? So he comes back. It starts off with him stealing his face back from the police department, and it's really scary. Like he keeps turning lights off and killing random cops, and Commissioner Gordon, who's like as brave as Batman, you know, not as good as Spider or anything, but he's as brave as him, and he's even like cowering because he knows the Joker's back, and he's just scared. So Joker steals his face back, and you know, plot happens. You know, you should read it if you haven't, and it's just freaky. I mean, I hope the story's good. I know it branches off in all the other Batman books, which I don't really read, so let's hope the contained one in the Batman is full enough and it'll be good. But when they show the Joker like up close and his face is like strapped on with like a belt and hooks, and it's disturbing. And the last page is like you wonder how much he knows about Batman, if he's Bruce or not. I think he kind of does. So, anyways, and then there's a backup story with Harley Quinn, and that was even more twisted. It's just how she likes him so much, and he could care less because he's just totally obsessed with Batman. But other than that, it's fantastic, and it's just something you should read. And then, especially if you don't read comics, this is a good one to start on because it's dark. It's not too convoluted with anything, so I think it's for everyone. All right, thanks for joining me for another episode of Phil's Picks. I went with a little longer format, a little more in depth this time. I wonder if you like it, so leave a comment below. Hopefully, I'll get some comments this time. But I enjoy making videos, so if I know some people watching them, I don't mind making them. You know, it's just it feels good to know that people are actually watching them, even if they're hating it or not. It's cool to have eyes on it. But anyways, remember to subscribe to my channel, like the videos, watch my old ones, follow me on Twitter, and until next time, I'll see you later.